Welcome back, adventurers. I'm an adventurer like you, and I'm playing Crusader Kings III. We're continuing our grand run to the end of an era. The year is 1140, and the Dutch Empire now has a drunk emperor. Emperor Pope Arnulf. Yeah. Yesterday we kicked the Pope out of Rome. And we are well on our way to reuniting Italy. So, yes, we conquered Latium and the duchy where Rome is. So, we're making good headway. And next up is, I guess, our arch enemy now, the Byzantine Empire. So let's see how we go forward from here. Yeah, as you can see, he's a drunkard. He's also a deviant of unknown deviancy. And he is august. He is pretty good at diplomacy. Less good at learning. Yeah. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We have our eldest daughter we made Queen of Sardinia. In the hope that she will expand our realm on that end, and yeah, we need to take on the Byzantine Empire today. I mean, we could go into Spain and fight with the Muslims there, the Razilids, but I don't think that will really get us further. Why is this not highlighted? Is that not part of our empire? Yeah. It's under our sister, the Queen of Westphalicia. And she is under us. Okay, it's not part of one of our main titles then, I guess. Why it's not highlighted. Never mind, our vassals also have been busy expanding our realm here in modern-day Tunisia and the Algerian coast. So, that is interesting. Do we have claims? That is the problem. How can we go and attack them? We have lots of people with some claims. We can invade a kingdom, but which kingdom? Right. A lot of these, like Thessalonica, but that's a lot of prestige. But yes, that's what we need to do, right? That's what we need to do. Unfortunately, we can't go for the complete title. What's her claim? Georgia. Yes, that is nice, but okay. You also have a claim on Georgia. Pandoleon has a claim on Anatolikon. O'Donnell has a claim on some county. That's not going to help us. Matilda on the County of Crunch. Dionysius on County of Messina. Then we're talking here. Prince Bavo's claims are on some other county there in Croatia. Yeah, that all doesn't really help us. These are all just county claims. This is at least a duchy. If we send our chaplain, who is very good, to give us a claim on Constantinople, would that help? Constantinople is part of the Duchy of Thrace. Okay, and Thrace is part of the Kingdom of Thessaloniki. I'm using the modern Greek pronunciation of the names because I actually lived in Thessaloniki for several years. So I'm used to the Greek names, the modern Greek names. Hello. What's that? Sire Pig Pixenthal. Quite a name you've got there. It's going quite well, actually, with the game. You lived in Greece? Yes, very cool. Lovely country. Lovely people, great food, great music. Yeah. It's just that they're a bit poor, right? Economically, the country is not doing so great. So yeah, I couldn't really stay there. But I had a good time. Some of my best and worst experiences took part there. Where do I live now? I live now in eastern China, in the general Shanghai area. Not in Shanghai itself, but in a city nearby. And have been for the past 11 years now. Which probably dates me a bit, but never mind. Ni hao, yes. So I am Dutch. I've been around Europe, and now I'm living in China. Living the life. Yes, I am. Which is why we are playing the Dutch Empire for this grand run from 867 to 1453. But our next goal is actually to re-establish the Roman Empire while staying Dutch. So we can't do that by reuniting Italy and forming the Empire of Italy, because that way, if you want to re-establish the Roman Empire, you need to adopt Italian culture, or one of the relevant cultures. So the way to do it, independent of culture, is to get the Byzantine Empire, and then you just need to be a Christian, which we are, although we formed our own heresy. Wallace New Golden Age, something like that, yes. I guess they didn't really have a Golden Age in the 12th century, right? The Dutch Golden Age was 17th century. But, yeah, alternate history, right? So, yeah, we're trying to find a way to get this thing started, because the Byzantine Empire is huge. We can't take it in one go. That would be very nice. Because we need somehow to get a claim, I guess. So maybe we should, instead of attacking them piecemeal and just taking duchy by duchy or kingdom by kingdom, we should try and marry into the royal house there and get a claim that way. I'm actually not sure what the best strategy is here. The thing is, of course, if we marry into the Byzantine Empire, they will call us to war all the time because they love having internal wars. Although we can just decline, of course, but yeah, we need to get a claim. But then we also need to conquer all the relevant areas. Does it actually mention? It doesn't mention here. It doesn't mention Mend the Great Schism, which we also want to do. But yes, then we also need to control the Middle East, right? Jerusalem, Antioch, Alexandria. So that would be the next step. We have Rome, we got that yesterday. But to control Alexandria, Jerusalem, Antiochia, that's Antiochia. That's a big project. So I think we should tackle the Byzantine Empire first. We have a few bits and pieces also, like Balaton here, Wallachia, and then we have these that somehow moved outside of our realm. All by Scotland, right? I don't know how they got to own this piece. But then we own a piece of Scotland, so who's complaining, really? I wish there was a mechanic in the game that we could like exchange these bits. It's like, hey, if you give me this bit, I'll give you that bit. Right? But no. That mechanic does not exist. Okay, what else do we have here? See, we will lose land. Will be inherited by rulers. Your vassal, Count Bartolomeo, inherited Duchy of Anatolia on a foreign title. Yes, we know. It's part of the Byzantine Empire. We can usurp the Duchy of Brittany. We're not interested. We can negotiate alliances with England. Okay. Prisoners can be ransomed. That's always interesting. Let's get rid of these. Okay. Yes, and he's a drunkard. And he has lover's pox. So, very nice. Very imperial, right? Yeah, okay, I need to get my chat overlay on my main screen, which I forgot to do. Alright. So, what is our plan of action? Do we have a claim on what duchies do we have here? The Kingdom of Sicily. Do we have a claim on the Kingdom of Sicily? It doesn't exist. It has been dissolved. Okay. Yeah, because if we could go for the kingdom titles, that's a bit bigger, right? Then we don't have to wage 1,000 wars against the Byzantines. Yeah. But this doesn't exist. So, Benevento. Yeah, this is directly yours. Duchy of Dubrovnik. Why is this the Duchy of Dubrovnik? Okay. Sister Duchy Krain. Dubrovnik. See, this is the problem. I don't want to wage a war against the whole Byzantine Empire just to get a little bit of land. The Duchy of Sicily is just this bit. But this bit I can't select. Friuli's up there. Corsica is this bit. Croatia gives us this bit. Slavonia that. Bosnia that. Zaglumia just one county. Yes, I love this game too. Hi again, Agnos, welcome back. So we're trying to decide what to do, if we're going to attack the Byzantine Empire and what for, because we don't have a claim on the empire and I'm not sure if that's even possible. I mean, the only way I know of getting a claim on the whole empire, on the empire title that is to marry into the house, right, the dynasty. So maybe we should do that, but that's like a long-term plan. We could go for, yeah, just invade a kingdom, but we can only do that once, right? You may only attempt one invasion war against a kingdom tier title per lifetime. So we could go for Bulgaria. We could go for the Kingdom of Sicily. Currently having online class, but I don't care. CK3 is too cool for school. Okay. So if you're having online class, that means it's daytime where you are. So you are in Europe, India, something like that. Anyway, west of where I am. Europe, yes, okay. So it's morning there, probably. Not the dynasty, but the family. If you have a kid with one of their family members with a pressed claim, your child will inherit it. Yes. Okay. Well, that depends, of course, because, yeah, 1122, all right. It depends, because Byzantine Empire is elective, right? They have elections for who becomes the next emperor. Kingdom of Italy, that's just that bit. Kingdom of Sicily has these. Sardinia, only that. Kingdom of Africa there. Yeah, Despotate of Hellas. I don't think any of this is worth it, except maybe the Kingdom of Thessalonica. Doesn't Byzantium have primogeniture? Well, actually, we can check, right? We can check. Empire title. Realm succession will be inherited according to the primogeniture male preference law. Yes. Okay. So where did they get this idea that they are elective? Was that in CK2? Okay. So his heir... Oh, he currently doesn't have a son. That could work in our favor. Although he is still young, so that could still happen. That could still happen. She's betrothed. She is not. Would they be willing to arrange a marriage? No valid characters found. Yeah, because I have already given away all my children, right? Or do I? No, I must have somebody who's like really young. Okay. Do we have someone to marry Princess Julia? Maybe you mixed it up with another empire. No, I distinctly remember playing in the Byzantine Empire and having to deal with elections. But that might be CK2. We have plenty of children. And he is not engaged. So why wouldn't they? Because of differences in religion? No valid characters found. And now suddenly we do find characters. How did that happen? Oh, well, whatever. So, we could, for example, marry our heir with the second daughter. Right? And then, like, kill the other one. If he doesn't get a son, she is the primary heir. We could try and get him out of the way. But this is a matrilineal one, of course, because she's the heir, and he wouldn't accept a patrilineal marriage, I guess. So I think this may be the way to go forward. She's not amazing though, she's also zealous. And she has no claim currently, but neither does she, and she is the heir. It was just male preference, right? Yeah, male preference. And then it goes to him. He's the younger brother. And he does have a claim. Well, she has a pressed claim. Viviana has a pressed claim. So if we marry her, we would get a pressed claim, right? And we could press that claim. Get the whole empire, or at least the empire title. Should we marry her to our heir or to our second son? If we marry her to our heir, he will keep that claim, right? The pressed claim when he inherits. Because if it's the second son and he inherits and gets his own bit of land, then she's not in our court, and I don't think we can press her claim, or can we? She's bosses or martial or stewardship? Probably to your heir, because otherwise your other kid will get the empire if you press claims. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. It would be wise to do it this way. She is 7 though, so we'll have to wait 9 years, right? Okay, let's do this. She's already married. We could try and kill her husband, but we're not very good at this, so... We would need to switch to intrigue. Or get a wife that, well, she is good at intrigue. If we switch her to court intrigue, that would help a lot. Yeah, then suddenly we are over the limit. Okay. See, now we have 23 intrigue. Does that help? 52%. I'm not feeling confident about this. So, you go back to assist ruler and you to disrupt schemes. Okay. Alright, let's unpause finally. And we have an alliance with Byston Empire. Okay. Excellent. So they're now betrothed. And as I predicted, he asks us to join in war. Prince Irenaeus' claim on the Byzantine Empire. that's not Prince Irenaeus. Who is Prince Irenaeus? Okay. We shall decline. We do not want to get involved with their internal wars. Yeah, we'll lose some fame, okay. So be it. Or we can accept and just not go there, but yeah, we will be like at war. That will make things a bit more complicated. He is actually Macedon Cossack, so he is actually related to us. Because like a few generations back, we married one of our daughters into this house. But they took over. Who can get married? Ah, I can get married. Wait a moment. I can get married because this is the daughter of the King of England and we want to keep him on our side so he doesn't rebel against us. And we can't because we're already married, okay. Mercenary contract expiring, yeah, that doesn't matter too much. You should grant Ostia to someone holding of the wrong type. No, I wanted that. See, we're changing the culture and the faith here. No, we're not changing the faith. We should, and then it doesn't matter. Okay, Alishka. Ooh, you're not doing so great with the Great Pox. And look at that, all her children, well this one died of natural causes, but all her other children died of the bubonic plague. Goodness gracious. Befriend terrible misunderstandings. I recently sent an envoy to Queen Hanna's court to recount the riches and might of the Empire of the Dutch and hope to earn her respect. However, listening to the messenger's report, it seems that I gave her a much different impression. She thinks I am threatening to invade her Dessau unless she submits to me. So should I let her think what she wants? Again, dread, but also stress. Or perhaps an apology is in order. Unfortunate misunderstanding. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah, that's not what we meant. I mean, if you want to, you're welcome to become part of our empire, but I'm not going to press that. Social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely gave it a moment's thought, but my vassal Count Dionysios has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. He's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give him a taste of his own medicine, and this is one of my knights. And he's still a Catholic. Yes, that's not good. Forgetting to invite him leaves him in the dark. That's probably a good idea, and he lost opinion of us. If I ask him to convert, he would probably say no right now. I invite you to a feast at my court in Paris. That's a queen. It will be my pleasure. Yes, we are already drunkards, so that is great. Every guest is gathered in the great hall, and our gracious host, Queen Tedburga, has welcomed us all to the feast. Where are the casks? You better have some good wine. Or mead. Mutual spirits. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of King Alvin. King Alvin of Westphalian. Ah, okay. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seem to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. What a goodie. I have discovered that Prince Bao's inherited contract obliges him to more than you have collected. It is time to right this wrong. Yeah, if we ask him, we can't even ask. Oh, we already did? Yes, that's right, we already did. We should just throw him in jail. Feast all over my new shirt. We could all tell Countess Melisande had too much to drink, even though she insisted on showing us how sober she was. Simply rising from her seat proved too much for her, and now I'm covered in stinking vomit. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Melisande. Well, how about the show you put on? This lets me gain stress because I'm gregarious, and this lets me gain stress because I'm a drunkard. Yeah, higher standards. If you're a drunkard, at least be a good drunkard, right? No, not to vomit on your fellow revelers. Yes, there was a problem with a Catholic. Yes, he's part of this, the Catholic populists. And then there are Pannonia wants independence. Well, they don't have enough power, so that's good. But this is getting close, right? So we should deal with him. And there's also the Duke of Ancona. Yes. Okay. I shall throw him in jail, I think. Or just revoke his title. He is a known criminal. He resisted conversion. I gain stress because I'm generous. We get a pressed claim. Yes. So he will not accept. He will rise up in rebellion against his emperor. Bad idea. He's allied to Messina. Okay. That is not going to help him. The other thing is to just imprison him. And it will succeed. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. As per my orders, Count Dionysius is now to be confined to his home. I've posted some of my guards to ensure he's compliant with the house arrest. Can we not, like, throw him in the dungeon? Yeah, we can. If we demand conversion... We can demand conversion. No, let him rot in jail for a bit. But yeah, that faction against me has disbanded. What about this guy? You're also a criminal, right? So I could also put him in jail. Might succeed. And if we go for revoke title... Yeah, right. He won't accept that. Let it be for now, until we get another faction. Okay. Feast, returning home. What a feast! I will remember the days spent in Guideburger's halls for a long time to come. Now it is time to wash off the traces of merriment and vomit and wine, and once more resume my duties as Lord of the Realm. Farewell, my sister. We are no longer as overwhelmed by stress, but we're very dangerously close, though. We're 93. So we should hold another feast, right? We should host our own feast, because that's what drunkards would do. Start a feast in Aachen, and we may increase our vassals' opinion of us, and we lose stress because we are gregarious and a drunkard. That sounds perfect. I saw prisoner. We have a lot of prisoners, right? You know, you should stay. You, we don't need you. Nobody's willing to pay for you. But we could demand your conversion. Do we recruit him? No, he's worthless. He's worthless. Just let him go. Akri. Now we're talking. Brilliant strategist. Not high in prowess though, but a brilliant strategist nonetheless. Could be useful. So he will not accept. Oh, because he's zealous. Well, then you shall rot in jail. If you want to be difficult, or we could execute him. Would that? We gain dread. Okay, let's just execute him. Philippe. Not useful to us. Gabriella. You have a claim on Nicopolis. I think that's a misspelling for Nicopolis, but yeah. You have a husband, so maybe he wants to pay for you? He doesn't. What a useless husband you have. You shall convert. Yeah. Kaloyan. Not much to offer us either. Jean. You're not very lucky in life, are you? Not very lucky. You're scaly, somehow you managed to get lover's box, but then you managed to get yourself in my jail. You think anyone would want to pay for you? No. House arrest. Who is your liege anyway? Oh, some mercenary company. But they don't want you back, apparently. The mercenary company is of our religion, but you are not. Azo. Okay. A brilliant strategist, but only 12, Marshal. Because you have a base of 4. Okay. And you're 60 years old. Why don't you just, like, go home? Released from prison. Yes. You will not accept for a hook. Recruit. Polish, yeah, that's what I thought, seeing the name. Malnourished at 26. Corrado, 60 martial is not bad. 13 prowess is not that bad. And you are of our religion. We will recruit you. Princess Wendell. How long have you been in our prison? For 8 years. And you dislike us. Title claimant. Revoked your title, yes. Okay, stay 2 more years in jail until this is gone. And then we'll see if we can do something with you. And you're her son? Why are you in jail? And you love us. Ransom. No, not for a hook. You're good at learning, too. How about we recruit you? Yeah. And that's her daughter. It's not bad. Not bad. Come and join us. Allo the poet. But you're a leper. You're a leper. We can't banish you. Will not accept. You know what? Go to the dungeon, you. Do your poetry there. And you are a sodomite. Why don't you join us? We're not that... How is it? Not strict on those kind of things. This is another one from a holy order. He found himself on the wrong side. 15, that's pretty good. Shall we recruit him or just let him go? What holy order? Can we see that? We can't. Oh wait, his liege. Order of Calatrava. No, they are not. So he is a wolfist, but he's in a holy order of Orthodox faith. At least look for dread maintenance, right? Yeah. I personally wish that I never bought this game. Why? Why? Reach me, BC? It's a great game. It is a great game, yes. Do you wish you never bought this game because you were playing it too much? Or I just feel like I already beat it 10 ways. Okay. Well, there will be more content coming, so if you're bored of it, then just play something different, right? Come back to it later. But yeah, I certainly don't find that there is a lot more that I want to do. So yeah, I think there is a lot in like playing to a lifestyle and in role playing. The religion mechanics are much more interesting than in CK2, I think. But yes, I can understand the criticism that it is a bit lean on content and that the events are repetitive. There are not too many of them that will come up regularly. And the ones that do come up regularly, after a while you've seen them and you know. But yes. Yeah. Yes. So, it's. You mean it's not very challenging? Yeah, your focus and pace is very remarkable. Yes. Well, that's the way I play. So, that's the way I play. Yeah, I've seen others who go through it very fast and they miss a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, why? But yeah, different people have different playstyles, and that's fine. It's a game. Do what you enjoy, right? Do what you enjoy. Well, he is a wolfist. We don't want him to go back to an Orthodox order. We might have to fight him again, so we'll recruit. I wish I was more like you. Well, if that's what you want, then try that. I mean, for me, the way this is just the way my mind works, I guess. I get really into something and I stick with it. If I really like something, I stick with it. Which is why I don't play a lot of games. And there are people who like buy a new game every other month or something, and it's like I can't see myself doing that. I do try other games from time to time, but there's like a few that just really click with me, and I keep playing them. And Crusader Kings III is one of them, and Skyrim is the other one that's like at the top for me. So you have a really funny sense of humor too. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yes, I hope my students enjoy it too, because sometimes they're like, oh, they're grown. It's like, oh no, not him again. I do love to make puns and so on, jokes all the time. So I'll never forget when you made me laugh. Well, that's good. That's good. Then my job is done. Then my job is done. Yes. Okay, what about this guy? He's a Catholic. He needs to convert, that's for sure. Shall we recruit him? He would make a good spy master, actually. Not that we don't have one, but he's high up there. And you, 10 years in our prison, isn't that enough? Do we want to recruit him? He's not really good. Just convert. And Simon, a dwarf, brilliant strategist, and he's gay too. Can he be your gay lover? Yeah, let's negotiate his release. He's not really good at anything, but you started the embassy trade. Well, yeah. I like reading. If I like this game, I really like it, so I go to the wiki, I read up on stuff. I want to know more of the deets, but there's still so much that I don't know, or I don't remember, and I vaguely know, but yes. So I think, yes. Oh, now we get a lot of these, right? And the guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from the realm near and far. From the near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. Speaking of friends, who's there? Yeah, our emperor is gay, and he doesn't have a gay lover, so we need to fix that, right? It's so sad for him. Just doing his duty. Who is in the feast? I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people do not know this. You need to really scroll in to where your capital is to see who's in the feast. So Queen Hannah, Queen Isabel, yes, Count, some dukes. King Sicko of England came. Good. Wow, that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Nice. Okay, this is a big feast, and we have some people who declined, which is not really. Queen Perina declined. She invited me before, right? And she's a reveler too, so that makes no sense. Why would you not come to my feast? And King Christoph declined. Also makes no sense. He's a famous reveler. Why would you not come? Alright, let's see what happens at this feast. I almost returned this game, but I remembered you and I thought I wouldn't do it. Okay. Thank you. To the implacable Arnov, I have no choice but to accept your conditions for my release. Okay. And we'll get a lot more of those. And we have a marriage to arrange. Convert betrothal into marriage. Who this? My cousin. Yeah, sure. Okay, this guy, yes. Watch your step now, Simon. Okay, so let's do that, right? Let's see if he's interested in a relationship. Only 60%? Why? Oh, because I have lover spokes, and he is chaste. He is chaste. How is that considered virtuous? That's just not right. Well, let's. Well, Banners can befriend Queen Hannah. Okay, let's keep this in mind for later. The great table seating. The great table seating the upper nobility on the dais gave a loud crack. And a moment later, it gave in under the weight of food and gilded decoration. Oh my, I'm really having a great feast. As my most distinguished guest and I had to be fitted in among the lower nobility, I ended up close to my acquaintance Queen Hannah, because she's lower that makes no sense. Count Ziborg took it poorly, however, and told everyone it was a grave injustice to be seated with lords and ladies barely better than commoners. Acting quite the opposite, Countess Dobroneva displayed grace and humility among her lessers. Hannah and I ended up talking all evening and agreed it should not be the last time we feasted and laughed in each other's company. What a great night, and Hannah becomes my friend. Why did we want to... Oh yes, that's the Queen of Dessau, our neighboring ruler who is of our religion. Yes, very nice. So, she's now our friend. And yeah, she will not accept an offer of vassalage because we're of a different culture group and not you are her liege. Okay. And we still can't make an alliance with her? Alright. Well, she has loads of children. Right? So we could arrange a marriage or something. She is 5. We have... Do we have a young boy like that? He is 10. Okay. Yeah. That's not quite what we had in mind, though. Who else do we have? My cousin Bartholomeus. If we do our cousin, it will not give us an alliance, though. That's the problem. So it has to be our son. Okay, I'm back. Had to get food. Arachnos, that's good. Thank you for coming back. So, I'm crazy. Yeah, I guess. Arachnos, what food are you getting this time? Wasn't it you last time who was talking about getting breakfast? Yeah, that was me. Yeah. See, I remember right. We can ransom Count Dionysius for gold. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want him to join our faith. This time I took some leftovers. Ah, yeah. Well, that's what they are for, right? That's what they are for. Okay, so... Oh, we did... Yeah, of course, we formed a... Right, I changed topic and I forget what I'm doing. We made an alliance with Queen Hannah of Dessau because we married her daughter to our second son. Excellent. Okay. Feast of Friendship. As my guests leave, they seem to depart in good spirits. I'm also relieved to see that Queen Hannah does not depart without saying farewell. Of course, we just arranged a marriage between our children, right? We both know we will be seeing each other again soon. Yeah. The other thing is, of course, I could have married her, maybe. But she already has 3 husbands, so... What a woman. Yes. What a woman. And I gained the trait Eager Reveler, so I'm not just a Reveler, I'm now an Eager Reveler. What? I thought I already had this. Oh no, we were a drunkard, but now we're also Eager Reveler. Okay. Our cousin Duchess Annelies created a cadet branch. Yeah, that's how things go. And our acquaintance Alo died. Oh, that was the zealous leprous poet. Yeah. Okay. I hereby invite you to a feast at my court in Dijon. It would be my pleasure, but it's a count, right? It will be my pleasure. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm a drunkard, so I like feasting. No backseating? No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with backseating. We assassinate them with snakes. Yeah, that's one thing that I mentioned the events before. Like, it would be nice to have more variety in this. Every guest is gathered in the great hall and our gracious host, Count Vladimir. I probably murdered those Polish names. Let's welcome us all to the feast. I look forward to this. Yes. Vassal released. Okay, Duchess Margaret left the prison. What was up with Margaret? Why were you in prison? Okay. Violante of Staffordshire. Okay. Yes, our dynasty is all over the place, right? I hereby invite you to a feast at my court in Amsterdam. We definitely should go to the Duke of Holland. Yes. Every guest is... Oh, so now we have 2 feasts at the same time. I cannot wait to talk to everyone. Who is in this feast? Quite a few people too. No, just 5 people. Okay, small feast. After extensive conversation over a meal, Helena expressed that she admires how I am able to expound at length on any topic. Well, you know, a tankard of mead helps. She recognizes true intellect. I see. The conversation partner, as one plate of food is replaced by the next, my acquaintance Duchess Allied goes on and on about friendship, and that was how we salvaged that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? You look a little pregnant. Yes. Okay. Don't drink too much, alright? No, please do go on. Or... So that's had interesting conversation. That's good. Or why don't we talk more about you instead? Yeah. Tell me how you're doing. And of course, another person thought it wise to show us how quote-unquote sober they were and vomited all over us. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Returning home. What a feast. I will remember the days spent at Duke Bartholomeo's halls for a long time to come. Now it is time to wash off the traces of vomit, merriment, and wine, and once more resume my duties as Lord of the Realm. Farewell. Okay. I need to drink some myself. But I'm not drinking any alcohol. Our acquaintance Edward died. Godslock's educator, Mayor Edward, died. Oh, that is our intrigue educator. Yeah. We just got someone new, right, who was good at intrigue. Well, that's a good thing. So... You were to lose. Okay. Godslock. No, that's Willem. Godslock? Oh, you. Yes. You don't have a guardian anymore. And you're doing intrigue. And I think there were 1 or 2 others. He must have had 2 wards, I think. Anyway, you need a new educator. Who do we have who's good at intrigue? This guy, Berardo. Perado di Batifole. Yes. Not perfect, but pretty good. Pretty good. Yes. Okay. You do that. And who else did we have? Okay, in our court. I think. A child. No, not an adult, a child. Yes. That's it? Willem. No, he's doing diplomacy. She. Me? You don't have a guardian. Yes. You were getting a stabby education as well. Eels. Greetings, my benevolent liege. We are happy to accept your proposed education arrangement. A noble upbringing for a noble spirit. Yes, indeed. Okay. And we got enough renown for another legacy. Studious youth. Right? Our dynasty members get better education traits. Just what we need when we were talking about education. So yes, let's do that. Eels, snakes, yes. I know. I'm Dutch, so we have a lot of eels. Not that I like them, but yeah. Ay. A kind word. My paths happen to have crossed with Duke Sebor, and to my surprise it seems as though he does not have a great impression of my friend Queen Hannah. Oh my goodness. You should definitely do something about that. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to change his mind. Yes, let me tell you a story about Hannah. Oh, yes, we were at this feast together and we were drinking and... Yes. Much effort for little gain. I tried to paint Queen Hannah in the best possible light, but the Duke just glanced away whenever I mentioned her name. I suspect he was not very impressed. But Hannah is so great. Well, at least we lost a lot of stress. So we can handle this. Cadet branch again? Yes. Defender of the faith. There was a commotion among the children today. Adela was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters. You have lover's books already, mate? Yes. From your parents, no doubt. Okay, no, we do not want... okay, we're talking about Willem now. They were having a small fight. Willem was furious that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of God and chased away the other children. You will deserve the divine... Well, child, no, we do not want him to be zealous, I think. He's a diplomat. Oh, he's getting a diplomatic education. So being zealous doesn't really help him in that. Do not be afraid, charging when you have to. Gain brave or calm. Let me tell you how you could have mediated this. Calm, yes, that helps his diplomacy. It's a very intriguing character. He's ambitious, sadistic, and calm. Sounds pretty evil, yes. We have a faction against us, the Lombard Wolfist Populists. Okay. Task finished. Increase control. And our kinsman Peter died. Adela's educator Peter for stewardship. Yeah. Yes. So Adela, you need a new educator. 2. Pretty evil indeed, yes. No, she shouldn't become my ward. Don't we have someone with better like, yeah, my new wife, Adela. Adela, go and teach Adela how to be a good steward. Although her traits aren't really related to stewardship. How about our actual steward? Yeah, he doesn't have any relevant traits either. Yes. Okay. As they say, it is what it is.